What's up, everybody? I apologize. I keep getting interrupted here with phone calls and that. It's just ridiculous. Um, but I was talking about the possibility of polar shift, uh, which I think is bullcrap. So uh, I think we're gonna have a disaster. It's gonna be a really bad disaster, whether it's natural or man-made. I'm pretty sure man-made, most likely, from the government. Uh, it's just highly unlikely. So we've gone decades and decades and decades. We're talking about way back when one disaster is known to have happened, where they call it a polar shift. Um, a polar shift is not likely. I mean, I think there's going to be a shift, yeah, but I don't think it's going to be polar. Um, and I also don't think it's going to be anytime soon naturally. The most that I can think of, it's going to be a shift that's going to happen man-made. It's going to be caused by man. I mean, only thing that makes sense. I mean, come on. Our weather is messed up, but I do believe that's because of the government. I believe they're the cause of all that, as usual. Um, it's just known fact. Our government just don't care. And truthfully, they want to get rid of population because the population is outstandingly crazy right now. We're talking about billions to almost trillions of people here, because there's children born every day, and I really think that's really what it is. I don't think it's billions. I think we're already in the trillions, maybe more, because you know what I'm saying. Kids are born every day, almost, and the population is constantly growing. So truthfully, I think that's what the whole thing is. They've trying so much stuff already, like COVID. COVID was released. I'm sorry, like if you really believe that something like this uh, would happen out of the blue, it's insane. Because even the Black Plague was caused. I mean, come on, messing around with stuff, and they were testing stuff out because back then they were losing control. You had how many people even just then? It wasn't even that many, and control is always about everything. They want power, they want control, and that's what our government is about because the government was put in place, for us, but yet they've taken over, and now you know, we're working for them. I mean, come on, it's reality. Um, I mean, our forefathers are probably rolling in their grave right now. Like, what the heck? And even then, they weren't all good guys. Even back then, I think it was just, oh, let's come together and let's do this and that, and you know, we could try and control some situations in that. But back then, it was better. I mean, come on. You bought the land was yours, your house was yours, you didn't have to pay no taxes on that land, no school taxes, no nothing. You didn't even have to pay for school. Your kids went to school. That's how, I mean, look at overseas. They pay for your kids to go to school. They pay for them to go to the university and that to go to college, and then they pay for everything. You know what I mean? Every child that's born, they supply you with a box that's the essentials for that child. So it's kind of insane how they seem to be doing more for their people, showing that they care and are there to help, but yet over here, it's insane that they don't. Um, I watched this guy. I think his name's Julius, and he's an American that went over. I forget where he's at, but he bought a house. I mean, you could look him up. He bought a house dirt cheap over there. I think it was 5,000 euros. He paid for that house, and yeah, it needed work. But guess what? He had uh, sponsors that helped him with everything, so he didn't really pay much. Maybe some odds here and there, plus food essentials and that. And some places even sponsored for food to give him food over there. And they're all from over there. I'll give him. And you know how much you try to get a sponsor here, it's hard. And when you do get a sponsor, you really gotta go hard to keep that sponsor, to make them happy. So that's what I'm saying. We have difficulties over here. Like, if you want to go and get a credit card, you got to have a certain amount of credit, to be able to get a card, and especially for a limit. I mean, if you got credit, your most you're getting is 250, maybe pushing 500. Uh, but the better your credit is, the more you get. Now, if you have perfect credit, you're going above and beyond with the highest amount that they give. But over there, they don't go by your credit, okay, or your job or nothing. They just give it to you. But you have to lived over there for so long. So if American would go over there, I think you have to live over there for at least like 5 to 10 years before they will consider you you know a resident and part of the community. So then they would start giving you whatever. But here's another thing. Over there, they banned a lot of stuff that's over here, like certain dyes that go in food, certain chemicals, certain ingredients. They straight out ban those, and they feed you good food over there. I mean, that's why you got a lot. How many celebrities and others that are over there and they're eating good, and not a single one of them has a weight issue. Really, I mean, maybe when they go over there first if they had that, but they're not also having the issues that we have, like sicknesses, health problems, and that, and whatever. I mean, their food is just insane. Um, it's just like over here, you get these little portions in these fancy restaurants and you're paying outrageous price for it, and it's like, what the heck? Like, come on, you just gave me this little thing, and you want how much for the bill? Like, what in the world? Um, but over there, they have these fancy restaurants, and it's cheap. It's cheap, and you get large portions. They're large portions. I mean, you got some that are the really fancy, like Paris. Paris has those really, really fancy restaurants, but you're getting more food. So you might have these little portions of food, but you're getting more, and the bill isn't too too crazy like over here. I think over here you're paying like in the hundreds of dollars. Over there it's probably like 60, $80 in US, which isn't bad if you're going to a fancy restaurant to uh, give your girl a little love in that, and show her how much you care about her and are thinking about her. Or even if she's the one treating you, she's showing you, to have that time and night out with you. But over here it's insane. Like, what the heck am I paying for? Like, my stomach, I'm still hungry. I guess we gotta swing by Burger King or McDonald's to get something else because my belly is still, I'm still hungry. So I mean, and I kind of would ruin the fancy nice moment, you know. So, uh, but yeah, like if you really think about it, back then you would fast. I mean, they didn't eat every single day back then. Like, we're talking about in the day of Jesus and before. So, truthfully, from what texts are saying, that they barely ate, um, and that's called fasting. I don't know if too many people know what that is, but fasting is basically you would go and eat maybe once or two times in a week, and the rest of the time you would, you might have a little something, but it's something, just to get you by until your fasting time is over. But there's also a lot of times that people don't eat, and that's excessive fasting. I think. I mean, come on, you gotta have some kind of energy to get going. But here's the thing: uh, cheese and crackers could get you by. That would get you enough energy. Back then, it was fish was their main source of really food. I mean, meat. It was when they did a sacrifice of the sacred lamb. Uh, yes, they would eat lamb in that. But as in, getting by to fast in that, it was actually healthier for you. So surprisingly, I guess that's why that they survived longer than what we do. Because you gotta remember that we're being told these people live to 8, sometimes even 1,000 years old, and nowadays you're lucky to get to 100, and sometimes you're lucky to even get to 60 to 80. Like it's ridiculous, and as it goes up, it's even getting rarer and rarer to live to 100 or even to 90. So um, that's what I'm saying. Like something needs to happen. Something needs to give. I've been keep on telling everybody like we gotta get together. We gotta all come together. We gotta forget our differences because all those differences, I'm sorry to say to you all, is made up from the government. Okay, they want us separated from each other so that way they can still be in control because they don't want us coming together and uniting. And then they got a problem because there is more of us than surprisingly there is more of us than them. And they think, oh well, we got the military and they'll follow orders. Well, trust and believe, the military will only follow orders. These people, they're only going to follow orders to so much, and only if it makes sense. So, and I'm pretty sure they're getting tired of the bullcrap too. I mean, come on. So, but like I was saying back then, these shifts I don't think are happening because, especially not a polar shift. Now, there is fractures apparently. Uh, so far, I've only heard over there. I'm not too sure if I heard too much over here. I mean, there is a lot of sinkholes opening up, and there's some maybe um, some fractures. I guess maybe possibly, but nothing you're really hearing about that uh, would really put you to think. Now over there, that's kind of concerning because um, those are those are big cracks in that are happening in the land and that which looks like it's gonna split off soon. So, and that's what happened before. That is actually what happened. It was a split off um, from, uh, all our continents going apart. But here's the thing: is it truly true that it could officially 100% happening? I don't know. That's a hard one because these people, the scientists, go off of what they think is what's called science instead of hard fact. So let's get to hard facts. Okay, that what we actually know would happen, especially back then. And now they're being baffled. Scientists are being baffled, can't explain it. They're like, wait a minute, this is hard to explain because we're so used to science. We're so used to what we believe is fact. Sodom and Gomorrah, they found sulfur balls, but not only that, they found the city completely melted, and destroyed, but also Lot's wife. Now, if you ever seen that, it's on Facebook Reels and TikTok. Now, I believe there is YouTube videos of it too. Lot's wife is tall, crazy tall. So it's just crazy on those things that it's just unbelievable. Um, then you got the Ark, you know, Noah. They found their grave, their little home, and that. Um, they found his wife's grave. I was not. I'm still waiting to hear if they found Noah's grave itself, which would be just crazy. I mean, that man built that ark, okay, and it just insane on what he did and the amount of time that he did it. But yeah, I would have to say is that that I know for a fact that is. Now it's kind of funny how they do not show anything about that arc. Like, why aren't you showing completely inside and every single little thing? And now you're talking about. I just recently seen a video. Um, Now, this is factual video, not from Facebook Reels, not from TikTok, not from any other social media. This is actually, on where, scientists actually do all their stuff and post it. They found tunnels that are leading from that arc. So, are they going to go through it? Are they going to go and look to see where it leads? I'm not sure. I'm still going to follow everything about that because I definitely want to know what's going on. But that isn't all. They try to say that they have the ark. Now, this is old video that they're trying to say they found the ark. Is it true? I wouldn't. I don't know because you get different stories, and it's kind of hard to figure out if they're really telling the truth or if it's all bull. Because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. Because the only thing I could figure is that they had only these special people that could touch that ark, you know, and that's even carrying it. We're talking about I don't think they could actually touch the ark itself, but to put the poles in to, pick it up and move it around. I think that's as far as it could go. Um, but they tried the video I saw. They tried to say that uh, the guy found the ark under where Jesus was crucified. There was blood that was still wet, and when they tested it, it was still alive. Now, do I believe if that possibility that if they would find the ark officially and there would be blood on it, would it be living if it was Jesus' blood? Yes, I believe that because there's too much evidence of things that prove fact from fiction, from story, from myth, and things like that. You gotta remember, he was only born of his mother, uh, so only his mother's chromosomes would be found, which would be true. Um, but do I believe Jesus' name was really Jesus? No, no, because back then they really didn't say J's. Um, their Y's was basically their J. So I believe his name was really Joseph, which in Hebrew would be Yosef. Um, so I'm learning. So Yahweh, Yeshua, those I kind of believe in more than what we're being told, because there's power in the name. I'm gonna tell you, there's power in the name. Every name that you say, and if you ain't saying it right, or if you ain't saying a real name, there ain't nothing to it. So it's kind of a back and forth kind of thing. What I would like is the Vatican. If somehow a Vatican get in there and